the league, and that's why I mean honestly, I was excited when the XFL was coming out because I was like, it's so much talent in the
XFL is
league.
huge. Let's talk
The,
about that.
the
Yeah.
XFL needs to. I was really disappointed when Vince McMahon, and it
When he
showed that
shut it down.
his heart wasn't in it, bro.
His heart
His heart,
wasn't in it. He was
his heart.
doing it, I think, as a business move to try and gain attention. And,
Yeah,
you know,
because
they
he
did. I
easily.
mean, I think they put the people who were involved with like Andrew Luck's dad,
Oh yeah,
they
he had the
set the
right people
league up right. He did it
for
right
success. They did.
for
He had the
success, and
right
they were
people.
seeing success. But
Hmm.
Vince McMahon wanted that success, I think, to happen immediately to cover whatever expenses he had, and if it didn't, which we all know that, yeah, it started off with great ratings. The ratings went down some, but it was still a good product.
It was a great product. It had quality production. It had great uniforms. It had great names. The one thing that I disagree with is a couple areas where they put the teams. I feel like they should have never put a team in LA. They should never
I
put
think
a
they
team in
shouldn't
New
have put
York.
one in New York. Yeah, they shouldn't have had an LA or a New York team. You could have
They should have had a San Antonio team,
a San
something like that.
Antonio,
Even
maybe an Alabama team.
oh yeah, because
You
people want
know,
to see football in that time period.
yeah,
And
fill
there's
in a few cities that don't have NFL teams and
that
give
don't
them a
have them.
team
Give them
because
something to embrace. St. Louis, you
exactly,
saw that with St. Louis. They embraced
yeah,
it. They had 40,000 at the stadium.
yeah.
And
I
you got to
think
think,
the DC Defenders.
yo,
Those guys had a
yeah.
ton. They actually had the most exciting first few games.
Well, and the thing is, man, is Vince McMahon. What I hate about it is you had a high quality product, and you see that you had good players because players were getting signed from the XFL. All this
Exactly.
does is creates better competition. It makes the
It was
NFL
a
better.
feeder. It was a feeder
Yes.
system to the NFL, and
Yeah.
it's a great thing because look, it went bankrupt, but you had The Rock and
Yeah.
his ex-wife, who were their business partners, Danny Garcia. The Rock and his ex-wife were joined up with, I think, what is it, Redwood Capital, something like that,
And they're gonna do it again.
they purchased it, so they're going to start back up in 2021.
They're gonna start back up next spring.
Yeah, they're going to start back up in 2021. They're going to have. I think they're looking to do a bubble.
You know, when I would do it, I would get that bad boy started in about 3 or 4 months because
I mean,
there's not going to be college football.
Yeah,
you gotta, but you don't want to rush it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't.
I think. Well, they have the infrastructure still. I think that's the thing that's crucial is that I think somebody like Andrew Luck's dad. I forget what his name is, but
Oliver Luck.
Oliver Luck. That's right. Oliver Luck. Can. He set the framework up. He set the framework up.
Yeah, he did.
They've got.
Vince McMahon could have furloughed the league. He could have been like, "Hey, COVID hit. We're going to shut it down for now. We're starting back up when the time is right." Exactly. But we're not just, hey, and people would have to understand, like, okay, when we come back, you have a job here if you want to take it. If not, but I mean, he just literally.
He just dumped it.
Yeah, he dumped it.
But that's good because look, I think.
I hope The Rock blow it up.
I think The Rock is going to take it to a whole new level.
They get Under Armour uniforms.
And a decade from now, I could picture the XFL being like. No, I could picture it being more than a minor league. I could picture it being
it'll be its own league
that actually works with players who go back and forth from the NFL to XFL.
It will be its own thing, and it won't be a feeder. In my opinion, it'll be a true professional spring league.
It'll be professional. Now, will it ever compete with the NFL? Really?
No,
it will never compete with the NFL
way.
Because
NFL
you can still,
it's
a good product, but you can still see if you play in the NFL, you can still see where it's not the NFL.
It's not the league.
It's not the same speed. It's not the same precision.
I mean, what would be cool?
What?
So, in Texas, they have the mega high school stadiums. Bro, if like the Dallas team, instead of playing at the Texas Ranger Stadium, if they would have played at Allen Stadium, which holds 20,000, and you pack it out, do you know how loud the fans get when it's packed?
That's a college game.
That's a college game. It's a small college game, but it has a bigger feel because it's sold out. There's nothing like the word sold out.
And with marketing, you have an entire like environment you can create with that, like
standing room only.
Yeah.
But you only got 20. You got 22,000. Look, the NBA has 16, 17,000 fans a game. Now they do 82 games, but the XFL, from the standpoint, their main money should have tried to come from straight TV.
Yeah,
straight TV, and not as much fan base. And players would have to understand. Look, you're not going to get rich off this.
Yeah.
If you do,
this is a career that you can make. You can make good money to live a comfortable life if you play for a while.
Yeah.
You're not, unless you're a quarterback or a receiver or a cornerback or a defensive end, you're likely not going to be making anywhere. You're not going to go. You're not breaking $1 million a year. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. I honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't expect any more than like say 40,000 in that springtime. But the thing that I would have tried to do is build my likeness through social media. Through my look, through my excitement.
Influencers, like
exactly,
I
bro.
thought they were onto something big when they allowed players to have, visors that had the logos on the visor.
That was fresh, yeah.
Like where you have a completely fresh, different look than what you see in the NFL. The NFL is like, if we're looking at where this can go in the future, the NFL is like your dad's Mercedes, but the XFL is like, okay, that's Audi. That's something that every people are looking at because they're doing things in a more modern, like technological way. They're coming at you with great marketing. They're creating a great theme. It's not as, formal as the NFL is. The NFL is formal, but that's because the NFL's been around 100 years.
Yeah, and they have to be. They have to uphold that professional standard. The XFL, dude, everybody's got to take the kickoff standard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro, that kickoff
that's going to be an innovator.
You can run plays. You can run traps, counters.
The taking away the extra point and making it a conversion system like a 2-3 or 4 point or whatever it was.
That was crazy.
1, 2, 3. I can't remember if there was 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. But dude, that to me was the biggest game-changing rule.
Yeah.
I think that the NFL will adopt that in the next 5 years.
They got
because
to, but
that makes it a more offensive game. Yeah. And that allows a team that's down way more points to come back way faster.
Yeah. Real quick. And you know what? It's harder to appreciate unless you played at a higher level to appreciate like, yo, they can't just get a field goal. They going for 3 right now.
Down, it's crazy. You can create scenarios that are far more entertaining and far more suspenseful with that kind of system. An extra point, once in a blue moon. And they moved it back to the 15, which made it harder. And that is a thing that you can lose the game on the extra point now.
Oh yeah.
But keeping the offense on the field,
a 4-point play,
a 4-point play to win the game,
man.
Like that's different. That's completely different, and that makes the game way more exciting. I think.